Hello everyone, Helen here and welcome. Today I'll be showing you how I created this clean and simple card using the Dandywish stamp set as well as a border die by Whimsy Stamps. So let's get started. So here is the Dandywish stamp set. And I'm bringing in the stitched border trio dies, and I'll be using that hill border that you see there. And what I love about this border is it has stitched details on it. And then I'll also be ink blending a background, so I chose peeled paint and tumbled glass. So peeled paint will be my grass and the tumbled glass will be my sky. So this is a very clean, simple lines card. I will be doing an emboss resist technique. So I took the swirly image and I'm just scattering that around. I'm not worried about getting it at the bottom. I'm just more worried about getting it 3/4 up. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And I'm just heat embossing this with white embossing powder. And then now I'm going to take my tumbled glass and I will be ink blending this lightly. And then if you notice when I'm ink blending, I'm kind of going lightly here and I'm scattering the tumbled glass, leaving a little bit of white spaces here and there to kind of mimic clouds. So I hope that you can see this here. It's kind of hard for me to see because when I do my voiceover, it's like a small screen, like a 4x3-inch screen. And so yeah, so for the grass I cut 2 hillside borders, and the top is about, I want to say 2.5 inches, and then the bottom is 1.5 inches. And again, I'm just focusing for the top one, I just did it 3/4 down, and then for the second one I just ink blended the whole thing. And so here are the images that I'm using from the Dandywish. Now I believe those stems are for the dandelions, but when I look at them I see trees. So that's how I color them, as trees. And I did simple Copic coloring, and I will have those color combos not linked, but listed below. So now I picked 3 sentiments from the stamp set. I picked Oh Happy Day, and I kind of wanted to arch them a little, so I placed them that way. And I'm going to heat emboss that with black embossing powder. Now, usually when I stamp over a Distress Oxide blended background, I like to emboss my sentiment, only because when I stamp it with black, it doesn't stamp crisp to me in my experience. So that's why I prefer embossing the sentiment on top of the ink blended background. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. If you can recommend an ink that will stamp crisp on Distress Oxide ink background, leave me a comment below, because the only ones I have is the Stays On and the not the Stays On, let me see here, the archival ink from Ranger, and I only have the Memento. So if you can suggest an ink that will stamp crisp, I would really love to know, because I'm just stuck in the heat embossing. I haven't really tested out any other brand ink pads. So here, as you can see, the dandelion stems became trees and the flower became the sun. So when I was designing this card, I was kind of like thinking, this stamp set reminds me of, like, when you go to a country store, like a general store, like, for example, like my family and I go to Williamsburg, Virginia. So it's a kind of like a nice little retreat where people are just laid back and relaxed, and it's very historical, and they have a lot of general stores there. So it's kind of like country store, and they sell like little tchotchkes and knickknacks there, and sometimes, yummy kettle corn. And this just reminds me of it. So when I was designing this, I was like, I need to make a clean and simple card with this and not choose overpowering colors. And I think I'm really happy because I feel like I have achieved that, and I hope that you like it and you give this a try. I will have all the Whimsy Stamps products linked down below. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. For more Whimsy Stamps inspiration, you can follow us on the links down below, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!